Hola amigos.
Welcome to Morgan News, where we give you the best news. My name is Diana Crimson.
And I am Jennifer Wilson.
We are transmitting live from Melbourne, Australia.
Today we are going to talk to you about how the European Union triples the number of banks for stress tests.
Then we'll give you some breaking news, and to conclude, European Union's design for voters about Lisbon Treaty. And now we'll transmit you to Ivanova Black to give you the first news.
Hi, my name is Ivanova Black, and the topic of today is related with the European Union triples number of banks for stress tests. Spain will pump nearly 16 billion into problem-saving banks, aiming to intensify European Union efforts to ease global fears for its banking systems. The European Union said it will triple the number of banks subject to a public stress test to allay a growing global anxiety over the block's finance sectors. The largest will combine 7 institutions to create Spain's third largest bank by financial assets after Banco Santander and BBVA. The European Union said the number of banks will expand from 22 big banks that were examined last year to include a further 60 to 120 banks. By the way, Ireland will not be incorporated. The test designed to see whether banks have enough financial strength to deal with serious economic shocks will also for the first time examine whether they can withstand the effects of a sovereign debt default in the Eurozone. The tests which are administered by national regulators should be completed by the middle of July. Last year, European Union tests just covered a small group of banks and only aggregate outcomes were disclosed. This year, European governments said they are preparing plans to ensure the banks for whose capital cushions fall short receive new capital. Even with the Bank of Spain announcement, there is still considerable work to be done for the country's bank. Lenders need to cut some 50,000 jobs and close as many 9,000 branches offices to cut costs and adapt to an environment of much weaker demand for credit. Spain had already set aside 12 billion euros in the bailout fund, and it can be leveraged up to a maximum of 99 billion euros if needed. The latest big casualty, Sacresa SA, filed for protection from creditors in Barcelona court on Monday, defaulting on 1.8 billion euros in debt. That's all.
Welcome back to the studio. Now we'll give you some breaking news.
Hurricane Earl downgraded. Hurricane Earl is the strongest Atlantic storm in 2010. It was downgraded to a still powerful Category 3 storm overnight as it barreled toward the U.S. East Coast.
Man held over home invasion shooting. Man faces extradition from Victoria over the shooting of a man in home invasion in the Blue Mountain last month.
U.S. stocks fluctuate. In New York, the U.S. stocks are fluctuating in a narrow range after traders receive one mixed report on the jobs market and await a second later this week.
Angry fans throw bottles at Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses singer Axl Rose stormed off stage in Dublin in angry fans booed and chucked bottles at the rock group when they showed up an hour late to a gig during Wednesday's concert.
These were all the breaking news. Now we'll transmit you with Isabella Becker with the EU's disdain for voters about the Lisbon Treaty.
Hi, welcome to the news section. My name is Isabella Beckham. Another important news is the European Union's disdain for voters. In Zimbabwe, back in March, Robert Mugabe called an election which he was sure he would win. But despite widespread intimidation and vote rigging, he lost. Mugabe refused to accept the results and organized a rerun. This time he made sure the result would be the right one. The point the letter writer was making is that something similar keeps happening in European Union referendums. Whenever voters reject a proposal put forward by Europeans' political elite, they either get ignored or they are told to vote again until they get it right. Now it's happening again after French, Dutch, and Irish voters have rejected the Lisbon Treaty, which creates a new European president, establishes a European foreign minister, and it creates a European diplomatic corps. Like the Constitution, the treaty anticipates a single European army and defense policy, and it recognizes the euro as a common currency. The treaty differs from the draft constitution only in form. This time around, therefore, the French and Dutch voters have not been consulted. Their governments had ratified the Lisbon Treaty despite the voters having rejected virtually all of its provisions just 2 years earlier. Europe's leaders are furious about this. They say that 3 million Irish voters cannot be allowed to subvert the will of 450 million Europeans, conventionally overlooking the fact that the other 457 million were not actually asked their opinion. With no apparent sense of irony, the German foreign minister says, "We need this treaty to make Europe more democratic." Past experience suggests the Irish will either be told to vote again or their government will find a pretext for signing a slightly amended version of the treaty without calling another referendum. Well, we're going back to the studio.
Well, this was all for today. My name is Diana Crimson.
And I am Jennifer Wilson. See you next time in Morgan News, where we give you the best news.